Could you walk me through the process of seeking out an IUD, or did you know you were going to get one when you did, and what was the outcome?
Yeah, so originally I was actually on the pill, and for that I went on the Nurex app. They have like a little website, and you just get it prescribed like through an online service. And that was like super easy. But I do like suffer with I do suffer depression and anxiety disorder. Um, so 2 months in, I found that that really wasn't working for me. And the withdrawal from that was even worse than the actual like side effects originally. So I knew that like going into my kind of second round of birth control, I was looking for something that wasn't as high hormone, that had like way less side effects because I could not do that again. Um, so I definitely knew that IUD was like a good option for me because it's long term. It kind of lessens your period. I was kind of going back and forth on the copper and hormonal IUD, but the copper IUD for those who haven't given birth sucks a lot more. It makes your periods like longer and heavier for a while. And I was like, well, that's something I really don't want. So I went with the hormonal one, and I just went into like I had a virtual consultation because I got it during the pandemic, and they're like, yeah, the hormonal IUD should be a good fit for you. I went in, I got it, and it did hurt, but I think within like a few days, I it was fine, and I haven't had any complications with it since. And it's really nice, right, just to have that peace of mind. I have a long-term partner, so like for me like having that long term like I don't have to do anything. It hasn't really had any effect on like my mental health. Of course I wish vasectomies were more accessible, but you know it is what it is.
That's so great. I'm really glad that it worked out for you and that you found, a better solution for yourself. Could you talk me through your experience with taking birth control and how it affected you and why you decided to stop taking it?
Yeah. So one of the biggest things for me, and I think for a lot of people, because I see this a lot on like a lot of social media, is like that shit makes you depressed. And as a person who struggles with depression and has for like 5 years, like that didn't make anything better. And I kind of muscled my way through it for 2 months. And that was also coupled with the fact that it was in the pandemic. So it was like added depression in pandemic. So it wasn't ideal. I muscled through it for 2 months, and I decided that it wasn't worth it at all, especially with like I don't know, like with the effectivity rates. It's I don't know, it's like mind blowing to me that medicine has like evolved so much, yet like birth control for people with vaginas is like still so terrible and has so many side effects and isn't even like 100% effective, which like oh, it's so frustrating. So that was a whole thing for me.
Yeah, how long did your withdrawal last?
That honestly, I would say like 2 to 3 weeks. Um, And with that, because hormonal like birth control like kind of lessens your periods, I got a really, really awful period. And like on the withdrawal, like my periods just got like worse and worse for a few months. So I was like, I can't do this anymore. So I got an IUD.
Did you know at the time when you were getting off birth control that you'd be facing so many side effects or, some of the symptoms that you went through?
I had no clue. I had absolutely no clue. I just like started like getting migraines and like all these like weird side effects like abdominal cramps. My leg pains came back, and like I I researched all of this and I had to like find out myself, and I wish someone had told me so I could have like expected it at the very least or like taken something to counteract it. But no, I had no clue.